What was your memory like? Like after the accident, did it start to come back?
No,
No.
not really. I don't remember anything before the accident. Most of the stuff that I was doing was all new to me, and I have no recollection of it. This is a project that it's southern. I was born in Columbus, Ohio. We have in southern Ohio. We have stalactites and stalagmites. Anybody familiar with them? The caverns. And I did a project on it, and I got first place. It was a fun little project. I even have a little example right here of how to make one. So it was fun. It drove my parents nuts, but it was fun. Age of 13, like I stated, started becoming depressed. The age of 13, I was sexually abused by a babysitter. Charges were pressed later on, 2 years later. Ages 13, 15, I was physically abused by my father. Charges were pressed on him also. My parents divorced at the age of 15. I was the one who told my mom enough was enough. Get rid of him. So, and she divorced him and used 2 of my quotes in court against him. And he had no idea it was me. He knew it was either my sister or me, but he had no idea it was me that caused my sister. The age of 15, I started smoking, started chewing. This is my rebellious years. A little bit of drugs and alcohol. It just kind of experimenting with them. My decision when my parents got divorced was to go to Malvern, PA, and join an LD school. I call it military school. So I ended up moving to Malvern, PA halfway through their school year, where it didn't go too well for me. I only stayed there for 2 weeks. But within that 2 weeks of time, I got into 2 fights. I had fascinations of seeing pain. I would take a light bulb and break it in my cowboy boot, and I would actually riddle my arms with cuts, both of them. The dean wasn't too happy about that. And of course, he didn't do anything about it either. He didn't offer professional assistance for my mental problem I was having. Another one of my things was taking a needle and thread and actually sewing my skin. Sewing all the way up my arm with skin. When I was numb, I wanted to see pain. I wanted to feel pain, which I never did. But I went to school. I did what I had to do for the 2 weeks I was there. I rode horseback most of the time. I had a chance of going pro, English, Western, so bronching, and Western horsemanship. I ran away from school 7 times. 7th time I finally succeeded. I ended up walking the right Amtrak for 2 days. No eating, no drink, no money. Just trying to sell whatever I had on my body to get me to the next town. I walked from Malvern, PA, probably 30 miles in the rain, 40 degrees out, to a place where I picked up a bus, went to Amtrak, got on Amtrak. I wanted to go to Philly. So got on Amtrak, went to the center car, and it was probably 50 of them. I went to the center car, and I sat in the middle of it, and there was one seat next to you, one across facing you, and one across facing you. I sat there and I rode for about 5-10 minutes, and these 3 gentlemen get on wearing all black, and they sit right next to me. And it's just kind of like, okay, now I'm uncomfortable. They asked me where I was going or where I've been. And I told them I was playing poker and friend's house and where do you live? Columbus, Ohio. Why are you here? I was playing poker. Why aren't you with your friends? Why aren't your friends taking, things didn't match up. The guy told me, he said, where are you getting off in Philly? And I said, last stop. He said, no, I don't think so. You don't want the last stop. It's the worst area of town. I was like, well, now pick another one. He said, why don't you follow me? So we got off the Amtrak. He walked me into the heart of Philly and took me to a place. Told this lady, it was a traveling company, told this lady, hey, something wrong with this guy. Take care of him. She came in and she asked me where I'm from, and I said, LD School in Melbourne, PA. I don't want to go back, period. Guy came out, said sit down, and I sat down, I waited, he went in. She said, where are you from? And I said, Columbus, Ohio. Called my mom, called my dad, divorced, which I'm sure was an interesting conversation. She said, here's your plane ticket. We're going to get you there and get home. Okay. The guy said, I'm going to leave you now. And he pulled out of his pocket Newberg's Testament Bible. And he opened it up and signed it and handed it to me. And he said, I'm a pastor. I was like, oh. And I cherish it and I still have it. But I did end up making it back home. See, I got home and I decided, I was originally living with my mom, and I decided that I wanted to live with my dad. It lasted for about 2 weeks, a lot of abuse, a lot of physical abuse, still at the age of 15. Called my mom, moved back in with her, ended up spending 3 months in a long-term hospital facility where they played with meds, didn't help me any, just made everything worse. Because now you have to deal with the side effects of the meds on top of the problem you have. Seasonally, I was hospitalized from the ages of 15 to 18, spring, fall, every year. I worked at reasons for hospitalizing was not eating. I was 6'3", I weighed about 165 pounds. That's skin and bone. Not eating, medications, violent behavior. I worked at a grocery store, kind of like Walmart. We're a grocery store and dry lights chain. And I worked there for 2 years until finally I said, I can't handle it anymore, mental health wise, I can't do it. I raced SCCA Pro Stock, which is Sports Car Club of America, which is that one right there, one of the trophies I have. For 2 years, age 16 to 18, I raced with a friend. Nice little souped up Mustang. Still doing lawn care, never gave up on it, just kept doing it from the ages of 14 to 18. The ages of 14, I started getting into bodybuilding, which a lot of people call working out, but I call it bodybuilding. Did that for 14 to 18. Great exercise. Joined a race with my sister in downtown Columbus. It was approximately 3 miles. Out of 75 people, I came in number 16. And if you want to see something funny, if they have footage of it, it would have been funny because my legs were both. And I could not run with my legs parallel. I actually had to swing them to run. Yeah, but no shame. This is horseback riding. This is not from the age bracket. This is from probably about 6 years ago, 8 years ago. But this is me on horseback. I have a passion for it. I love being in the saddle. My sister wanted to. My sister wanted to see me ride before she passed away, and that's the reason why we have these pictures. So, okay, Joe. 16, 18, going through high school, not my glory years. My grade point average was roughly 2.0, barely passing. I did 2 years in high school. And I went to a technical school for FFA training, Future Farmer of America, where I got a certificate. Had a lot of problems with skipping classes in school. I had same fascinations as I did back at the age of 18 or 15, which was I like to see pain, I like to see, I had a thing about putting Zippo fluid on my jeans and laying them in fire. It's my idea of fun. Takes care of like care, I'll tell you that. Quarry jumping. My friends and I, we went to a quarry. It's actually an apartment complex, but my friends are like, "Do you want to look over the edge?" And I said, "No, I don't want to look over the edge. I can see there's water. You take one hand, you take the other. I will close my eyes. We will run. We will jump together." And they let go, and I ran over. And I kept running until I hit water at bottom, which was 70 feet. That was a rush. Had a fascination with cigarette burns to my hands, heating up metal and burning my forearms, my hands. Took a whole lot of chances that should have killed me. Probably about 8 by now. 3 speeding tickets. Had another car accident. Bought an Acura Integra GS. Decided to go down to Cincinnati, which is 2.5 hours away, have a party with friends, and then come back. And on the way back, I had another person in the car with me. Neither of us were wearing seatbelts. We were speeding. Blacked out behind the wheel and hit a tractor trailer. Totaled my car. Crunched everything on the right hand side over to the left 12 inches. Just totally smashed it. We walked away from it. No problems. Being without a vehicle, I was a little upset at the age of 18. So my sister was going to college at the time, and she was doing something upstairs, and I wanted to go see my girlfriend. So I thought she wouldn't mind if I took her car. Doesn't work that easily. The police don't like that. Went to see my girlfriend, came back. She wasn't at home, so I got ready for work and went to work. I was arrested. They gave me a choice: grand theft auto charges or go to the hospital. So I chose the hospital. Hospitalized in Columbus, Ohio for approximately 6 days. After being hospitalized there, my mom picked me up and she said, "We're going on vacation." "Where are we going?" Minnesota. I don't want to go to Minnesota. Then I'll press charges. Okay, I'll go to Minnesota. So we went to Faribault, Minnesota.